great. I know a little chillier than we were hoping for, but still a nice sunny day. No better place to be in Plainfield than right here on Arbor Day. You know, we're sitting in what is approximately 180 acre park that actually, I think many of you know, sits within really a 1,800 acre preserve area. So, you know, for those of you who are familiar with the park and have been out here, walked the trails, that is about a tenth of the size of this total nature preserve area that the town has. And just to give a little bit of background on it, the land was actually acquired by the Indianapolis International Airport over time for noise mitigation, you know, environmental mitigation and those types of things. And they assembled all that property over many years long ago. And a few years back, the airport approached the town. Well, actually, before I go there, I will say they partnered with the county. So Hendricks County Parks partnered with the airport, and they leased this 180 acres to create the nature park that's here. And so the county invested in this property and created this really cool park. And then, like I said, a few years back, the Indianapolis airport approached the town of Plainfield and said, hey, would you guys be interested in acquiring this property? And so we started looking into it, thinking about it, like what would we do with it? And obviously the answer was yes, and the town eventually acquired the property here and immediately started in on a master plan for the whole area. Once the town acquired the property, then the county kind of came to us and said, why are we running a county park on land that you guys own, right? And so we negotiated a deal with the county where we paid them for some of the improvements that they made in this place here, the pavilions and trails and things that they have done. And then the town at that point took over operations of this park. As part of that deal, the money that was paid to the county for all of those improvements, the county committed to using that money to build out Gibbs Park. So through that deal, we actually end up with two really great parks. Gibbs, for those who aren't familiar, Gibbs Park is just on the northwest side of Plainfield, so it's just outside of town. But so we ended up with a couple of really cool park features out of that deal that really serves the Plainfield area. And so, but ever since we made that deal, the town, with leadership from, we have multiple town council members here. I gotta thank the town council for their vision and leadership throughout this process. Dan Bridget's here, I know Bill Kirchhoff's here, Robin is here somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Too close.
Bill and Robin in particular have been playing a key role in the planning process. They've been the council liaisons with staff and with our consultants to really kind of build out and develop what the master plan is for this whole property. And actually not just the whole property, but really everything south of I-70. The master plan isn't just focused on the park area, but also on potential for development up by I-70. Basically Canby Road's kind of our dividing line, areas north of Canby, as well as some property along Quaker Boulevard, even to the south. We expect that this park is going to drive economic development, and that development that comes in will then in turn create the economic engine that will help us to build out and develop this park over time. And so again, with 1,800 acres in total, we're looking at a space that is the equivalent of Mcormicks Creek State Park, for those who are familiar with that. So we knew right away this was a significant asset. And I shouldn't say we knew right away. We knew we had something. It really probably wasn't until DPW loaded us all up and the council members all came down and we all loaded up in these Kubotas and things and we drove the property. And I think that's when we all kind of realized, whoa, we're really sitting on an amazing asset here. And so we have a master plan that is very similar to a state park, something like Mcormicks Creek, a lot of amenities that would be similar to what you'll find in a state park. But we've got a lot of work to do to make that vision happen. And we're working hard on it, and this is a big first day, kind of establishing that brand. Obviously, we all know this as Sedalis, and I think we're working, or we're getting the lake named Sedalis Lake, and so that name will continue on. But we really wanted to launch a brand for the whole larger park, the 1,800 acre park that is to be. And so I got to thank Lodge Design for coming in to help work with us to put together branding concepts. We went through a process. We got a lot of feedback from a lot of people on it to come up with this new brand that we're going to announce today. I got to thank Butler Fairman as well for their efforts. They've been one of our primary consultants in working with us to develop that master plan that I've been talking about. And so really appreciate their efforts. And with that, I will actually invite Ryan King from Butler Fairman to come up and say a few words about that process. So thank you again to everybody who's been a part of this, and really super excited about this moment of revealing this new brand and really starting to advance some of the things that we're going to do with this park. So Ryan.
Thanks, Andrew. I'm Ryan King. I'm a landscape architect with Butler Fairman and Seifert, and we've been kind of leading the master planning process with the town. I started on this project with the town in 2019, but the town had started before that, like Andrew said, with the site tour and the purchase from the airport. And really, when I came in to focus on the park planning aspect, it was a real focus on how we wanted people to be able to interact with this 1,800 acres. And we came up with all these big ideas, all the things that a state park might have, all the things that the town wants to incorporate for the public. And we really came up with three main goals to kind of focus in on for these 1,800 acres. So the first goal is to provide a net benefit to the local bat population. The area is unique and it's special, and it's an asset that not a lot of communities around Indiana have. And the Indiana bat population is the main reason that this land became so protected in the first place. So throughout the whole master planning process, there's a commitment to make that protection be sustained and last, and really let the town steward the land and do a master plan. The second goal was to create a regionally significant destination. Like I said before, this is a pretty unique asset, and we know that the establishment of a nature park of this size is going to be a big draw for visitors. So in our master planning efforts, we thought long-term about the facilities and features and the amenities that would really focus this as a destination to central Indiana. The third goal was to expand access to the parklands. Right now we've got 180 acres that are accessible, and we need to expand that to 1,800. So not a small task, especially for all the different varieties of activities that we're trying to incorporate. Some people just want to hike, some people want to sit out in the sun, bird watch, nature walk, lots of different things to do. So the opportunities really start to show themselves when you expand that access. All of the goals were developed in partnership with the public's input. Again, amazing asset for the town, for the citizens of Plainfield. So we really wanted the citizens' input, their buy-in, their support. All that was really important as part of the master planning process. And the feedback that I received on this project was the most constructive and supportive feedback that I received on any project. So it was very clear that the town was headed in the right direction. The goals got reaffirmed, and it really gave us the confidence to move forward with the master plan that we did. And if you look around, you can see that some of the plan items that we've talked about are already being implemented. The restroom facility here at Sedalis was one of the high priority items that came up in a lot of our feedback, as long as expansion of the trail system. So this year, we're going to have more trails being open to the public. There's going to be a new boardwalk around the lake to complete a loop trail, and then hopefully open in 2025. But we'll also be able to look forward to larger scale, nature park scale amenities like campground, modern lodge, more trails, more boardwalks, just slowly creeping out into the 1,800 acres. Along with the construction projects, there's also a lot of conservation work going into the park, and that reinforces the number one goal that we had for this was to support the local bat population. Invasive species control is ongoing throughout the park. Honeysuckle removal along White Lick Creek is a huge project taking place this year and next year. And then tree mitigation is another big issue. So every time we do something new, we're adding to the total tree coverage. So hopefully the bats and the people can enjoy more trees, more forest, more trails for years to come. And I think whether it's new trails, new amenities, all that stuff, really as this park grows, the goal is that it becomes a new park for the town of Plainfield. And with a new park comes a new sign. And to talk more about the sign and the brand and the overall theme of that, Lodge Design, Jared, right?
Thanks for having me today, and I have not had to speak on this as much as Andrew, so I have to have some talking points here written down. But yeah, I'm here to share a little bit about the process of creating something that we think is truly remarkable for your community. Through board meetings and focus groups with stakeholders, we delved into the strategic direction Plainfield was pursuing. We recognized an incredible opportunity with the creation of this new, nearly 2,000-acre park, one that could serve both as an outdoor recreation destination and vital economic engine for our community. We understood the park had potential to draw visitors from far and wide and experience its diverse landscape and ecological wonders. It presented a chance to not only boost our local economy through increased tourism, but also inspire people to appreciate the natural beauty and diversity of this unique space. So it was our responsibility, and we embraced it. In our quest to find the perfect name for this park, we embarked on an extensive exploration, generating hundreds of names, and we really did do hundreds of names, based on themes like land use, history, geology, and ecology. Our goal was not merely to create a new name, but to uncover one that reflected the essence of this space and the experiences it offered. We wanted a name that would be easy to say, inspiring, and memorable. A name that would connect with the existing park and honor its land's heritage. After months of research, brainstorming, and creative exploration, we arrived at our final name, a name that encapsulates the spirit, echoing its history, geology, and natural beauty. A name that invites visitors to explore, play, connect with the outdoors while honoring the legacy of this special place. Together, we've laid a foundation for a lasting and powerful brand that will position this new nature park as a premier recreation destination in central Indiana. Let us continue to celebrate and cherish this place, ensuring its beauty and wonder will be enjoyed for many years to come. So now I'd like to introduce our town council president, Robin Brandgard.
Now come to the time that we've all been waiting for. So let's have a countdown and we'll pull the cover off the new sign and logo. 3, 2, 1. Echo Hollow Nature Park. You've heard the story behind the name, coming up with the name. It was not as easy effort to get through, because we went through a number of them, said that's what we want. Put that out, says no, that doesn't work, we need to go back. So we came up with one that kind of fits the area. It was mentioned, we all climbed on the park department's gators and took a ride through the park, and it was amazing what we saw with the creek running through it, the hollows, the trees, the water areas, and when it comes down to it, Echo Hollow nature park fits what we have here. And it's here for everybody to enjoy, and I can't step away from fish and wildlife and the bats. When we started looking at this park, we told Fish and Wildlife we were going to protect the bats, but we had to develop something where the bats and our citizens can coexist. Doesn't make much sense protecting the bats when nobody knows they're there and can't see them. So that's kind of where we're at. And like I say, it was when the opportunity came to get this, I thought immediately we needed to go get it, create a big park, and I didn't realize what we had till we took that ride through it. It's greater than what I ever thought existed, and it's going to be an asset for Plainfield and the surrounding area as we develop further on using the state parks as a model. So we got a lot to look forward to. But today we also celebrate the opening of additional trail mileage. The new trail map expands the total park acreage to 310 acres, 100 additional acres encompassed on the new trail map. An additional 1.6 miles of trail bring the total mileage of open trails to 5.1 miles. In addition to the 1.6 miles, the Lakeland Trail will begin construction in 2024 and complete on the trail around Sedalis Lake. So that is something that's going to be helpful, and we're going to make it so everybody can use it. Also, following the day ceremonies, we invite you to join us for our Arbor Day Festival. Join in the fun with your family as we offer an array of activities, from painting our DPW snowplows to exploring the wildlife of Echo Hollow Nature Park. There's something for everyone. One activity that we are most excited about is partnering with Bear Hollow Woodcarvers. Watch and awe as a skilled woodcarver brings art to life before your eyes. Plus, don't miss the chance to take home a tree sapling as we honor Earth Day this coming Monday. So again, I want to thank everybody who came out and enjoy the park. Thank you.